Ongoing issue that we've been keeping an eye on. Some ANC staff have been on an indefinite stay away until their outstanding salaries are paid. The party employees were previously told they would be paid what's owed them by the end of January. Well, it's the end of January. Let's find out if they have in fact been paid. Zimasa Makata is a staff representative committee member for the ANC staffers. Thank you so much for joining us. So talk to me, has everyone got their salaries in the ANC?
As we stand, one would say that there were some salaries that were paid, but not all of the salaries were paid as promised. Some provinces still remain unpaid, so we are in that state yet again, experience a promise unfulfilled by our leadership.
Has everyone been paid what they were owed for November and December?
Our understanding was that for now, some of us were paid for December and some were paid for November. What we know that is outstanding for certain is that of January. And then you would have provinces like Free State that, as we stand now, are still claiming to have outstanding salaries that even go beyond December last year.
And I would imagine then that the benefits, the pension benefits that were supposed to have been paid from the ANC from sort of 2018 are also outstanding, am I right?
That is outstanding, and we want to believe that will be inclusive of your UIF as well. Now medical aid gets paid on and off, but that's where we're standing currently, knowing very well that even our benefits are not paid, even if we were to be even if you were to resign or be fired, there's literally nothing that one would get to indicate that they have contributed to the African National Congress.
So there's this intermittent payment. You might be lucky if you get your salary. I mean, that's no way to budget. It's no way to run your life. We know that staff have been on a stay away. Could you give me a sense of whether that stay away continues? Is everyone staying away?
We ideally would want everyone to stay away. Remember, on our side, we had said that our stay away in the salary is not because out of our own choice. It is because of the conditions that most of our employees are finding themselves in. Our inability to move around, we do not have food at home. Most of the employees are being kicked out of their houses where they stay, cars are being repossessed. Generally, just like you say, that the issue of living from a once-off salary after 2 months or 3 months of not being paid is really not sustainable. As we speak now, majority of ANC staff members, their policies have lapsed, their car insurances have been cancelled. It is not a good welfare that we're finding ourselves in. So it's a really dire situation, and as a result, we really are hoping that, because we can't monitor everyone, that whether they are working or not, especially with the current setup of being able to work at home due to COVID-19. But as far as we understand, and as far as our plea and an agreement among staff members was that let us all stay away, so that we can at least force the leadership to take our matters serious when they are able to see that everything else is at standstill.
It was interesting that COSATU President Zimasa Makata came out during the Lekgotla last weekend, and she slammed the ANC for not paying your salary. So you certainly have support from COSATU's president. But what is ANC top management telling you? Because we're hearing reports that there's going to be retrenchments, but are they giving you? I mean, they seem to give you reassurance and then break their word. I mean, I think it was Paul Mashatile who said you'd get your salaries by around the 21st of this month.
You know, we really appreciate the support that we received from COSATU, that we continue to receive from now. As far as we stand as staff members of the ANC, it's been a roller coaster ride, really, because we are kind of used now to the promises that we always get from the leadership of the ANC, and they are unfulfilled. It's even a surprise to us when even that 1 month salary comes into our bank accounts So it's that kind of a living arrangement that we have, and it's quite sad, really, that the African National Congress stands very firm to say that it's standing for a better life for all. Sometimes we wonder if the better life for all is a better life for all except for its employees and its family members. Because at the state where we are in, it is not a conducive working environment. It is not a posture that is taken by someone who's supposed to be leading an example of providing how to give solutions in the current conditions that we are in. We take no exception to the fact that there's been COVID-19, there is a new political funding act, but the African National Congress should be leading by an example to provide solutions, not to add to the current unemployment, to the current depressing status that South Africans are subjected to in terms of their economic offer.
Absolutely, and it really is a sorry state of affairs. Have staff at the ANC been given any sort of notification, because there's a very formal process that has to happen, of any impending retrenchments?
Look, it's very unfortunate that ourselves, we were caught by surprise in the media about alleged retrenchments or planned retrenchments. It's unfortunate, and one would rather say it's a very reckless statement, whether it was made by an individual of an NEC or it was a discussion that ensued in the NEC meeting. It is a very reckless statement, and given the conditions that the employees are already in, I don't think that whoever decided to utter that particular statement was thinking about the welfare and the well-being of the employees. You can't, when some of our employees are already on a very bad state in terms of being depressed, being kicked out of their houses, losing their assets, and you come up to media to put such a statement on media. As staff reps, as staff members, we were just as much shocked to hear from the media. And most surprisingly is that what is even more concerning from our side is the fact that, the African National Congress has a norm, which is very good, of always responding to anything that supposedly attaches the name of the organization. It usually issues a statement to distance itself or affirm that particular position. The quietness of the leadership, even now, it's still a shock to us, because we do not understand how are they not able to clarify exactly what is it that has been circulating in media, whether it's true or not. As staff reps, as staff, we have not been brought into confidence about that. We are just as surprised and quite shocked, to be exact.
Yeah, it is really very distressing to hear. And also, Shahan and I have interviewed people from your staff rep committee over the months, and there's been a great deal of loyalty and patience on the part of staff. Zimasa Makata, thank you so much for chatting to us. She's staff representative committee member for ANC staffers, and we can tell you, Zimasa, that after around 7:30 tonight we are going to be speaking to the ANC's Pule Mabi. Hopefully we'll get some answers for you.